Hi, my name is Ben Walsh and I'm the principal of Picnic Point Public School, and this is our second video to explain the learning culture here at Picnic Point. And our focus today is on the learning pit, which you can see here. Now, the learning pit is simply an analogy for learning, but not just any learning, challenging learning. The pit here represents, I guess, the struggles and challenges that students have to go through when they're extending or stretching themselves. Over here on the left-hand side of the pit represents a starting point or a comfort zone. And in order to reach the higher ground up here, quite often you need to go through this pit here where you'll often face adversity, you'll struggle, you'll make mistakes and so on. But when you reach the other side of the pit, you have this deep sense of appreciation for what you have just gone through, which is where we come through with this phrase, grow through what you go through. What we want is for every student, every day, to be in the learning pit. If people are sitting over here at this starting point in their comfort zone, all they're doing is just practicing things they already know. And that's not stretching or enhancing learning. So really, it doesn't matter what level a student is functioning at in terms of their learning. We want each and every student to get into the pit every day. So what it does is it creates this understanding that learning can be hard work, it can be challenging, and you make mistakes, you have setbacks and you fail. And that is okay, because it creates the culture where this is seen to be a failure or a mistake is okay. It's an opportunity to learn. This learning pit is the centerpiece really for our learning culture, because it incorporates three really important components of our learning culture. First one being the learning pit itself. The second one, you can see our learner quality bees represented here. And the third piece is you can see our zesty bee here is holding the picture of our learning process. And this character here, our zesty bee, is pivotal because he's sitting right at the bottom of the pit, which is arguably the hardest place to be in terms of your learning. Now, he is zesty, he's motivated, and what he's doing is he is thinking, okay, I'm at the bottom of the pit here. What learner quality do I need to draw on to move myself closer to getting out of the pit? And he's also thinking, he's holding the learning process and he's thinking, what part of the learning process am I at now? And what do I need to do next in order to move myself out of the pit? This is a really pivotal piece. We're going to listen to some students now talking about the learning pit and their learning, and we'll hear from some of our teachers too.
What do you like about the learning pit?
Well, it teaches you to persevere and understand your weaknesses and improve on them.
Do you ever feel intimidated by being in the pit?
Not really.
No, because you're in there for a certain reason, and I mean, nearly everyone can be in the pit and it's okay because it means you're still learning.
Yeah.
Do you like to jump into the learning pit with a friend?
Yes.
Why? Because I can help them and they can help me.
It can be fun sometimes, but it can get really frustrating when you don't work things out, but then you can ask for help and you can work it out. I use it before when we didn't have the learning pit, it was quite hard for me to understand some things, and now that I have the learning pit, it's easier for me to understand because I can jump in the learning pit and I get extra help than what I would have got before.
And you also be brave to go in the pit, don't be scared.
What do you do to get out of the learning pit when you're stuck at the bottom?
As our teacher taught us, it's never you can ask as many questions as you like until you get it.
And it doesn't matter if you ask the same question if you still don't understand.
How did you feel after you used learning pit?
Well, mostly I feel great because then I know that I've accomplished my goal and what I've done worked.
Was it easy?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but mostly no, because it's better to have a challenge than do something too easy.
Why do you like going into the learning pit?
So I can be brave and climb out of it. And so it's like an investigation going on and you want to get out by learning new things.
I find using the learning pit in my teaching and in our classroom promotes a really safe learning environment. It also gives the children a chance to talk about their learning and express some pride in what they've achieved. Within our school learning culture, the learning pit is seen as a great place to be. It's never a thing of, I can't do it, it's I can't do it yet. And the children know if they go in the learning pit and start to climb the walls or to reach the top and get out of the pit, that they're really learning and they're achieving. I was introducing a new and quite difficult maths strategy. I congratulated them on being gritty and brave and trying something really difficult, and then asked a few of them to go and explain to me where they think they are on the learning pit with this strategy. And they went and they showed me different places and explained why they were there. And then one of the little girls who'd stayed with me on the floor put her hand up. So I asked her to go and show me where she was. And to my surprise, she very proudly put herself right at the top and told me that she'd got out of the learning pit. I then reminded her that we'd only worked on the first part of that concept and that we still had a little bit of a way to go, of which she acknowledged and quite happily and proudly told me, but I couldn't do anything at the beginning of the lesson and I feel really good at doing what we just did now. I'm really good at that. So I think today I got out of the learning pit. And to hear an 8-year-old stand there and explain their learning and feel so proud of what they've done, to me as a teacher is very rewarding. And for that little 8-year-old, I think her learning is in a really good and positive place.
So it doesn't matter whether you're 4, 44 or 104. The learning pit is applicable to all people from all walks of life, whether you're at school or work. It helps you to develop a love of learning and lifelong learning skills.